to the LMS Show. Give yourselves a big hand. Boy, oh boy, having a good time. Oh, you got one, and you got two, and we stretching it out. We got three. What's this first one for?
Actually, it's Rising Star. I received that award last weekend and Miss Full Figure USA.
Okay, and this next one?
That's just participation in the pageant.
Okay, and
that one is second in the plus size division.
Who said you had to be the winner all the time? LMS loves Miss, what's the name?
Miss Full Figure USA.
And the name?
Oh, Deatrice Powell, I'm sorry.
Everybody loves Deatrice Powell. Give up for Deatrice Powell. Ow! Oh Lord, look at this. Look at these pictures there. Oh my goodness. You know, what's that? I don't want to be accused of copyright infringement because everybody want to make some bucks out there. We're so proud of you.
Well, thank you.
Give it up. Yes. Tell us about yourself, Deatrice Powell.
Okay, well, I am...
A little louder, yeah.
I am the second runner-up for Miss Full Figure USA Plus 2016, and I am a mother, a wife, and a dedicated person to who I am and for everything that I stand for.
Give her a big hand, everybody. Now, Miss Powell, how did you find out about this pageant?
Actually, I was a contestant in Miss Full Figure Miss Full Figure New York, and I didn't place, so I felt the need to come back again and make a statement.
That was last year, so right?
Yes, that was in December.
Right, December. I met you in December. Yes. I don't know. There was something in you. I said, look, I got to go to this young lady. I got to go to her. I said, look, I don't know. Sometimes people say, I love the pageant. Run to a young lady. She ended up in the winner's circle somehow. I don't know. I ain't pitting no doll or nothing like that. But what was the pageant consist of?
Well, it's all about plus size women, trying to empower and motivate, the community to let everybody know that plus size women are what we are. We're here to stay, and no more hiding us, behind the scenes of everything. So this pageant was more of an inspiration to everyone who, has body images.
Not like this pin, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
We eat.
Well, they starve themselves. Your beginnings. You were originally, so you're from Alabama, right?
Yes, I was born in Alabama. Yes.
What town?
I was born in Lynette, Alabama.
Where's that there? What big city I know is there?
Maybe Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, yes. You mentioned to me that you suffered some tough times. And we mentioned on the other previous show, but this is on cable. You suffered some tough times. Tell us about that a little bit.
Well, being a young woman, I had my first child when I was 14, and I kept having children after children, and I wound up with 5 of them. I had to search for myself after doing that. I never gave up on who I was because of the fact that I had 5 kids. I have 5 kids that look up to me. So I had to teach them that your current situation isn't your situation for the rest of your life. Those 5 kids look up to me for everything. I stopped my life for them. Many people didn't understand the fact that when you become a young mom, you give up everything. I gave up my education. I gave up my life. I gave up everything for those babies. So throughout life, I want to show my kids that just because, not to say that they were mistakes, but I made a few mistakes that weren't, the right thing to do. I needed to show them that, we could always pick up from that. And that was my stride and my focus for my kids, because they look at everything that I do. So what I did was, I wound up going into a transitional home for single women and children. And
How was that experience?
That experience was very, very difficult. Very difficult, but I didn't stop. I did not stop. I kept going, and now here I am. I had to find my way. I had to figure out what makes me me, or what will help my kids look at me and say, Mom did it, I can always do things as well. So by me pushing and not giving up on myself, and I decided to love who I am, now I'm in a position in my life where I can tell the next person, your current situation isn't your permanent situation.
Well, that's true.
You can rise above it. And I think I can.
Somebody needs, I won't say like these preachers on Sunday morning. Somebody, well, that's another story, but somebody needs to hear that. Say that loud.
Your current situation isn't your permanent situation. We're all likely to change. You don't have to, just because I had the 5 kids, everybody kind of looked at me like, oh, you're never going to get anywhere. That is so not true. I went back to school last year. Before I went back to school, I got my GED. This was after I raised my kids. My oldest is 25. I got my GED, and then I turned around and went to college. Now I'm a associate. I got my associate's degree in healthcare administration, and now I'm getting into plus size modeling. I have so much I need to share and to show others that, like I said, your current situation isn't permanent. You will get past it. I know I did. And I'm happily married.
Amen.
You mentioned to me, you went through some, before you mentioned, some domestic violence or physical abuse. Tell us about that.
It wasn't so much physical, it was more mental abuse.
In what way mental abuse?
Okay, like you guys already know, I did have 5 kids. So I was always told you'll never find anybody to help, to love you because you have 5 kids. And I was a heavy woman. So I stayed with someone who did not love me at all.
He loved you at all?
What I had. He loved the fact that I had finally got my own place. I was able to provide.
Beware. Go ahead.
Mental abuse is even hard. It's worse than physical abuse. So I was always down and always kind of like, thought that's what I had to do. Accept him because he accepted me and my 5 kids. So I thought I was stuck in that situation until one day I woke up and his exact words to me was, I don't know who you are anymore. And I was laying there and I finally decided to tell him, I don't want to be married to you anymore. He chose a life of dealing with other females and not just me. But I knew within myself I was worth more than that. So I woke up one morning and I told him the exact words was, I don't want to be married anymore. And I wiped my hands and me and my 5 kids, we were fine. And now I'm happily married to this gentleman.
All right.
How did how did you meet your husband?
I met him through a friend.
A friend, okay.
A friend. And I did not take him serious at all because...
What?
I didn't, because he was always like trying to push the relationship. Oh, we're gonna make it. I'm just like, yeah, okay, you're just like the rest of them.
Oh.
But I had to learn that I cannot hold him accountable for what someone else did. He was his own person.
Amen.
And that's what I did. I decided, like, let me give this a try, because what somebody else did to me, I cannot hold this gentleman. This gentleman was pure to me. He made me know who I, helped me to realize that you're worth more than...
You're the queen, right?
That's right.
Make you feel like a queen.
Yes, he did.
All right.
How long you been married?
I will be married 4 years come September 22nd.
Oh, give him a big hand.
He's the biggest supporter.
He's a big supporter in the
Yes,
sense
he
that I was trying to get some tickets for the show.
That's right.
I mean, he helped me out.
That's
Get
right.
tickets. He even sat back and gave a friend of mine, said, "Hey, you need some water or something?"
That's
Yeah, I'm sitting in the
He's
back.
such a
Yeah,
gentleman.
I was just gulping it down, dumping that water down. But you need somebody by your side. If that's true.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why you need somebody like that by your, like a gentleman like that? Because you have a lot of, well, I don't want to call hound dogs out here, but that's another story. But go ahead, tell us.
With him being in my corner, there was nothing, like every time I felt like I was going to fail, he was right there pushing me along. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
What?
Even like getting ready in the morning to get my routine started.
How you preparing for the pageant? Did he tell you? What did he do?
Oh, I should let you tell him what he did. Oh my goodness. You need to, he knew sometimes I would get down on myself. He's like, let's go. You can do this, you can do this. And it's just like, just hearing his voice and his motivation, like rooting his wife on, it was like the biggest thing to me. I love his smile when I got dressed and prepared for my speech and everything. He was like, rooting me on, and that's like the best thing besides the children. He was like, I love you.
All right.
I love the man.
I love my husband. I absolutely do. And
give the husband a big hand.
He's an awesome man. He's a good, good dad for the kids, everybody. He's stepping right
because
in.
a lot, like you said, which is true. A lot of men will sit back here. They do not want to be. There's nothing personal. They just don't want to be bothered by the kids.
It's a big responsibility
because it is because you would have to be. Sometimes they may be old age. Of 10 years old or whatever, and then he goes, you have people say, well, you ain't my daddy and all this.
He's been there. He's visited that stage with my kids as well. So, and through it all, he stuck through and let them know, I'm here to stay. I'm going to provide for you and be who I need to be for you guys. And that's the example he set for my kids. And like they know now, like, oh, this man ain't going nowhere. He's true to who he is.
You have, what was I going to say? We did a show one time about family, family relationships. I remember Johnny mentioned, and George was up here. They would talk about, in most cases now, there's be exceptions, of a child should have a mother and a father. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, I actually can't say, well, at this point in my life, I can say yes.
Yes.
But when your children, me being a single mother, they needed mom more than they needed anybody. So, like I said, at this particular time, I could say yes. Yeah, but my kids needed me more than they needed anybody.
Right, because also too, like you have a man in the household, he provides the, help you, provide the guy, it's like a structure, the balance. That's like what was that song that the OJ's had, the family affair, something, family, and it talks about that, That was a nice with the Kenny Gamble, those guys write some good songs. Yeah. Give them a big hand. Kenny Gamble. I didn't know this. I heard on the radio one day. They said they have 150 gold and platinum records.
Oh, wow.
And that's in a short time. They knock them out the ballpark. How did we meet?
We met through Suella last year. She came in as, I think she's Miss USA 2009, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. Okay. And she brought me in, and we did our first interview. I was beyond nervous.
What happened there?
We're still really good friends.
Yes.
She supports me 100%. I support her 100%.
Yes.
We actually formed a sisterhood, and that's what the pageant is about, sisterhood. It's not about, we're competing. Yes, we are in a sense competing against each other, but at the same time, we were all building one another up, because we're all from different walks of life and different stories. So once we shared our stories, we all just kind of gelled and connected. So even the New York pageant, the girls and I are still really close.
I think the pageant, pageants, that's why I like pageants though, too. It has like a certain sisterhood. And I made more friends and acquaintances out of pageants than do anywhere else.
Yeah, it's like I said, you try to bond and you learn from each other's story, and believe it or not, we helped each other out with the things that we've gone through in life. So it's like, people don't understand, like, it's not all about a big competition. It's like, like I said, it's a whole other family outside your own family. It's a special family.
How did Suella pick you to come down to the show the last time?
Actually, I won the contest. They did, I don't remember exactly what it was, something we did and I won. So, it was destined for me to go. That's all.
And she could come down, right?
Yes, she did.
She's a lovely person.
Yes, she is.
She's a sweetheart,
Absolutely.
I just love her. But, you said you mentioned you're going beyond this. Tell us about that.
I'm actually digging for things, not even digging, just discovering who I am throughout this pageant. So I want to go beyond. I have a voice. I have a story that I want everybody to know about it. There's so many times that people look at through the pageant. Oh, you have such a pretty face, but behind this pretty face, you understand that it generates from my soul. I have a story to tell. And
you've been talking about. We're in a bookstore here. You're talking about writing a book. What would be in this book?
It's going to be from the beginning of my life to now. I want everyone to know the step that I took. I have this big thing about butterflies. I was once a caterpillar, and now I've blossomed into a butterfly.
That'll be your angle in the book, right?
Yep. The stages that it takes, and everybody's.
You didn't get this over. You didn't get this overnight.
Oh, absolutely not. Nope. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, and a lot of sweat and tears. And everybody doesn't understand why I'm so happy because I came in second place. I mean, second.
Well, some folks will sit back and tell you, "Well, I don't want to be in second place. What's happening here? Why are you in second place?"
Because I will accept that. You guys don't understand what it took for me to get that. That there to me, I crowned my own self because I was like, you know what?
You told me mentioned that. You
I wear that with pride. I did that, and I know I did that from my soul. So it's like I'll take second runner up. I'm very proud of myself.
You say you want to do other things. You're writing books and empowering other ladies.
Yep, absolutely.
Especially full figure ladies, right?
Oh, absolutely. So
you think that they get I don't want to use the special the short end most of the time.
The what? I'm sorry.
The short end. I mean, as far as closing and they tell you, like I went to a fair one time. Said, go lose some weight, and lose some weight. He'll be with a cane. Losing weight here.
It's not even that. It's not about even losing weight.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as people think it is.
No, and everybody and his brother. I remember we in America has a gimmick. How they lose the weight. And I'll tell you, there's a famous celebrity telling you, how to fight diabetes, but I won't mention the name on the air. I'll tell you off the stage who that person is. Everybody, weed and
Yeah, it's just you got to be positive, even plus size, skinny size.
What was your children's reaction?
Oh my goodness!
What happened there?
My daughters were blown away. My 13-year-old, she lives in Pennsylvania with my ex-husband for schooling purposes. She called me the other day. She was like, "Mommy, I want to be just like you." That there to me was like the best thing ever.
Oh, like a role.
She don't want to be nothing that everybody else is on TV. She wants to be like her mama. And
well, that's good. Those things start from the home.
That was the best.
Not on TV.
Yeah, she said, "Mommy, you didn't get the crown, Mommy." I was like, "It's okay." She was like, "I know, you did the best, Mommy."
That's
like,
true.
And to set that example for your daughters, it's like everything. There's nothing better than that. Nothing better than that.
Now, in your spare time, I'm going to bring this up. What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal?
Yeah.
Anything chicken. Sorry. He's probably rolling his eyes at me right about now. He's always trying to get me to try new things. No, I like chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken.
How about you like mac and cheese?
My husband's, yes.
Oh, he fixed mac and cheese?
My husband cooks everything.
Oh!
Wife has to cook nothing.
Oh my goodness!
Yes. I'm telling you, he's a true man. Yeah. All I have to do is clean. He'll cook, I clean. Wow. And then I fight with that too. But love you.
You guys show the ladies how they could get the man.
They have to be true to themselves.
That is so true. Okay, say that again.
They have to love themselves.
They have to love themselves. And you can't be a faker.
Nope.
No.
Because it shows through afterwards.
Absolutely. They have to love themselves.
You wear that mask and that mask, you wear
off.
It's just like makeup. You come makeup. Sometimes some people take off makeup. Oh my God, is that so it's the same thing, right? It doesn't really.
And I had to get to that point as well because I didn't love myself. I was calling myself loving somebody else, and that's why things took the turns. And I'm not blaming myself for what we went through, but I didn't love myself. That's why I believe I had. Well, it is not something I believe, but I know I had those kids because I didn't love myself. I thought by giving these men these children, it's going to be great, and boom, they just were wrong. So eventually I'll, you know, decide, wait a minute, something ain't right here. You gotta fix this whole situation. And that's what I had to do.
Well, you know, a child.
It wasn't an easy situation.
You know, a child don't make people happy. You know that.
No.
You know, people say, "Oh, we're gonna have a child and all that, and everybody live happily ever after." Don't work that way.
No, goodness, it doesn't happen that way.
I would like to thank you so much.
Thank you.
And what is that name?
Deatrice Howell.
Look at this picture here, everybody.
That's me.
Nice. No, beautiful.
Deatrice Howell. And how much have you had on the watch there?
You got about 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, we're gonna take it out, and we'll see you soon with more of the LMS show. Take it down.
Right.
Do it till you're satisfied, Billy, right?
Every day, that's what I say.
Oh, Billy, it's still Che Che too. You know, I heard on on the oldie station the other day. They said, that's it. Oh, Billy, Che Che, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Billy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Billy, you've been through a whole lot of sound. We're talking about Detroit sounds, all these sounds. You've been through. We forgot to talk about the Minnesota sound. What do you think about the Minnesota sound and Prince? Minneapolis sound, yeah.
That sound, you know, that Midwest sound to me.
Yeah, still, yeah.
That's all right. I like that sound. I like it a lot because I can think of quite a few artists from that area. You know, including Michael Jackson. You know.
Yes, he's from the Midwest,
Michael Jackson. You got to look at Zapp.
Yeah, Roger, yeah.
You know, look at all these daggone Ohio players over. They had a unique funk style. That was really. I can even go back to Dyke and the Blazers.
Ooh, Dyke and the Blazers.
You know,
Funky Broadway. Hey, come on, go ahead, Billy.
No doubt, Prince had came up in an area where the foundation had already been set. You know, wow. That music was really there. And if you paid attention to any of those guys that I named, you got a Prince. You know what I'm saying? Just look at him, because I mean, like, his music reflect all of those individuals that I named. And him taking it another step, you know, because those guys that I named, Prince, when I first saw Prince I first saw him on Dick Clark.
You saw Dick Clark,
too? He was kind of, shy. Dick Clark kind of had to lead him into saying what he was doing and what he was about in the record company. He was so, like, you know, in this little corner. And he finally got him and said, you know what? He played every instrument on that album, on that first album, on New Love. He played all of those.
All the instruments.
Each one.
You know, if you learn how to play an instrument, that's a blessing in itself, though, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Even like you hear people like I make complaints, they're playing in the subway, making all these horns and making all this, but it's a blessing in itself to know an instrument, though, right?
It is. And,
because you can make money anywhere playing an instrument, right?
Pretty much.
Right, in the subway or on the bus or whatever they want you to play, or down by the Staten Island Ferry, you know. Or they in the terminal, you know. I don't think they don't do it on the boat no more. They throw everybody off the boat like you do a movie. But anyway, your reflections about Prince.
Well, certainly one of the greatest artists of our time. I think an innovator and prolific songwriter, you know, great musician, a great artist. I can't stop saying great things about Prince. I really enjoyed him a lot.
He shared what he had, though.
Right, he did share a lot, and he gave a lot.
Yes, he did.
He gave a lot. I have to laugh sometimes thinking about him, but when I heard the news about his death, I was really sad, and it struck me in a sad way. I don't know. When I heard about Michael's passing, it was a little different.
It was, yes.
Feeling with Prince was actually, I was sadder hearing about
sad.
Prince. For some reason, because like, I don't know, it seemed like I saw Michael deteriorating in some kind of a way.
Yeah.
But I didn't detect that in Prince at all.
No, you
I never
didn't
even-
really. No,
I never
no.
got the sense that he was ill or anything, you know. So this was so sudden, like, you know, someone just call you and tell you that Prince is, you know, not alive. It's just, but I think of all the fun things that I've seen him do. One of the best things I saw in Prince, I never saw him in person, I never got that opportunity. But one of the best things I saw him on television was him playing the guitar by himself, just him. And I thought that was the greatest concert I ever saw. I mean, with just him playing and speaking about his music and where he learned certain licks and how he came up with these kind of things and what it meant to him. I thought that was so fantastic, and I didn't realize that at that time, this had to be 10 years ago, and at that time he spoke about some of the artists that he had written for, you know, and where he got some of the lines, which was interesting, where he got some of the lines and chords and things, and he played them, you know.
You know, one of the papers, I was coming up on the train, and one of the papers, because the professor told me, he said, well, you should bone up, you know, read up on them, you know. You may know things, but you got to bone up, you know what's going on. There was a young lady that, she became famous later on. He told her that he was Carmen Electra. He told her to use that thing, Carmen Electra, you know, the one with Baywatch.
Right.
The Baywatch show. He told her to use that, use the name Carmen Electra.
Oh, okay. So he gave her that name.
Yeah, you know. And you know, look how famous she got. She did a bunch of episodes of Baywatch, and now she's a household word. It's through the efforts of one Prince.